You're scrolling Instagram and you see someone your age, better body, better job, better life, and immediately you feel like garbage. You see your friend post about their relationship, their vacation, their accomplishments, and instead of being happy for them, you just feel behind. You are constantly comparing yourself to everyone, and it's slowly destroying you. In this video, I'm going to talk about why your brain can't stop comparing itself to other people and exactly how it's keeping you miserable. Comparing yourself to others is natural. Your brain does it automatically. It's how humans figured out where they stand. Am I doing well? Am I falling behind? The only way to know is to look at other people. And for most of human history, you only compared yourself to the people immediately around you. Your neighbors, your classmates, your coworkers, your family. Maybe 20 to 40 people max. That was manageable. But now, you're comparing yourself to literally everyone. Everyone on Instagram, everyone on Twitter, everyone on TikTok. People who are richer, better looking, more successful, living lives that seem completely out of reach, and you're doing it constantly. Every time you open an app, you're stacking your real life against someone else's highlight reel. You see the vacation, but not the credit card debt. You see the body, but not the hours in the gym or the money spent on surgery. You see the success, but not the years they put into it or the fortune they inherited. Your brain doesn't know any of that. It just sees someone doing better than you, and it makes you feel like you're failing. Here's what constant comparison actually does to you. You're never satisfied. You could be making real progress, building something real, genuinely doing well, but the second you see someone doing better, it doesn't matter anymore. You feel behind. You feel like you're not doing enough, even when you are. I feel this with this channel. Sometimes I post a video and it does pretty good, 10,000 views. But then I see someone in the same niche post something similar and get 100,000. And suddenly that 10,000 feels like nothing. That's what comparison does. It takes your real wins and makes them feel worthless. You constantly second-guess yourself. You see someone making money a different way, and you think maybe you should be doing that instead. You see someone with a different body, and you think maybe you need to scrap your whole routine and copy theirs. That doesn't always have to be a bad thing. If you see something that actually helps, use it. But most of what you're watching isn't real. 95% of those day in the life videos are either scripted, sponsored, or straight up fake. The Ashton Hall thing was funny, but people genuinely believed it. That's how good the performance is. You feel like you're running out of time. You see people your age who've already made it, and you start panicking. You think you're too late, too far behind, that you'll never catch up. When I moved states and joined honor classes, everyone around me already had scholarships, colleges picked out, their whole life planned. I wasn't struggling in the classes, but I felt like I'd never reach their level. So I dropped out of honors. Stopped taking college classes entirely. Turns out, we all ended up accepted into the same college anyway. The comparison almost made me quit something I was actually capable of doing. You stop enjoying your own life. You achieve something real, and instead of celebrating, you immediately look at what someone else has done. And yours stops counting. You can't even be happy for yourself anymore. And that's the worst one. At the root of all of this is social media. Everyone is curating their life to look perfect. Nobody posts their failures. Nobody posts their bad days. Nobody posts anything boring. You are seeing the top 1% of everyone's existence. The best moments, the biggest wins, the most flattering angles. And you're comparing that to your everyday reality. Half of it isn't even real. People are renting cars they don't own, editing their bodies, lying about their income, faking entire lifestyles. You see it constantly. One of the biggest examples is creators claiming insane income numbers to lure people in. And the actual reality looks nothing like the pitch. But you don't see that. You just see the post. And you feel like you're failing in comparison. Here's the thing about comparison, though. You will never win. Ever. Because there's always going to be someone doing better than you in some area. You could be the richest person you know. Someone's richer. You could be in the best shape of your life. Someone's in better shape. You could accomplish everything you've ever wanted. Someone's accomplished more. If you're basing your happiness on being better than other people, you're setting yourself up to be miserable forever. The goalpost never stops moving. And the people you're comparing yourself to, They're comparing themselves to other people too. Everyone is stuck in this cycle of feeling behind because other people exist. Nobody wins. Everyone just feels like they're losing. And the longer you stay in that cycle, the more it costs you. You stop doing things you actually enjoy because they don't look impressive enough. You stop pursuing things you actually care about because someone else is doing something that looks cooler. You start making decisions based on what looks good online instead of what actually matters to you. You chase goals that aren't yours. You build a life for an audience that isn't even paying attention. Because here's the truth, nobody is thinking about you as much as you think they are. The people you're trying to impress are too busy comparing themselves to other people to care about what you're doing. How do you actually stop? First, limit the exposure. Change your algorithm, unfollow specific people, put a timer on the apps. You can't compare yourself to people you're not looking at. Simple as that. Second, compare yourself to yourself. The only real competition is who you were yesterday. Are you better than you were last week? Last month? Last year? That's the only comparison that actually matters. Everyone else is on a different path. Their progress has nothing to do with yours. Third, remember you're watching a performance. It's scripted, edited, or just straight up fake. Every time, what you're seeing is a character, not a person. Fourth, focus on what you actually want. Not what looks impressive. Not what other people are doing. What do you actually care about? What actually makes you happy? Build your life around that. I had people around me treating things like they were a huge deal, and I kept thinking, I guess it must be, but I genuinely didn't care about any of it. What I actually care about is working on myself. That's it. Fifth, celebrate your wins without looking around. You accomplish something that matters to you. That's it. Done. It doesn't matter if someone else accomplished something bigger. Your progress is still progress. Stop making your own achievement smaller because someone else exists. That's something I had to learn with this channel. Views, subs, stats. I had to stop measuring those against other people and just measure them against where I was before. And finally, remember that everyone is struggling with something. That person who looks like they have it all together, they don't. Nobody does. Everyone is faking it to some degree. There's so much going on behind the scenes with people I went to school with, posting the craziest vacations, doing everything right. And every day there was new drama, new problems, people crying to their friend about something. Stop putting people on pedestals and feeling bad that you're not on one, that you can keep scrolling. You can keep comparing. You can keep feeling like you're not enough. But nothing is going to change. You'll just keep feeling worse. Comparison doesn't motivate you. It drains you. It makes you question everything and keeps you from being happy with what you actually have. Stop measuring your life against a performance. Start measuring it against who you were yesterday. That's the only version of this game you can actually win. If you made it this far, subscribe. It genuinely helps. I also have a Buy Me a Coffee link in the description if you want to support the channel. Either way, I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one.